Hey Cube owners, Filthy here. No fancy introductions this time around. We're going over the fire type moves of Generation 1 to see if they brought that spice, to see if they're hot. Or maybe they don't bring the heat. Maybe they're not. Okay, first up we have Ember. A move that is sure to impress all of the bug catchers in Viridian Forest. Those Caterpie and Weedle do not stand a chance. Sadly though, this is obviously a baby move used by like fucking Charmander at level 8 or some shit. Use grown-up moves, don't use Ember. Baby tier. Next up we have Fire Blast. A powerful 120 base power move with 85 accuracy and a 30% chance to burn the target. Additionally, it's the only fire move that can be taught via TM in this generation. This makes it the only form of fire coverage for most Pokemon. While it may seem good at first glance, it is heavily flawed for many reasons. The first and most severe drawback of using this move is that it thaws the opponent if it hits a frozen target. You see, in Generation 1, if a Pokemon is frozen, it's essentially KO'd, being unable to thaw on its own, unless it gets hit by a fire move. Secondly, burn is not a strong status condition in this generation. Yes, it can cripple a physical attacker, but if it's a special attacker, they welcome being burned, because it means that they cannot be frozen, cannot be slapped, cannot be paralyzed. And third of all, fire is just not a useful coverage move in this generation. It's strong against bug and grass type Pokemon, but those aren't typically really strong. And yeah, it's strong against ice Pokemon, but over half of them are also part water, so you're not going to be doing super effective damage against them anyway. So overall, Fire Blast will be a move that is brought by almost every fire type Pokemon, but as a coverage move from non-fires, it's relatively rare sight. Some notable examples are Fire Blast Tauros, which I think is super awesome, and stuff like Weezing or Nidoking. Yeah, this move is strong, but heavily flawed. B tier. Fire Punch is a move with 2 Pokemon that learn it and 0 reason to use it. The first Pokemon, Magmar, will always use Fire Blast. And the second Pokemon, Hitmonchan, should just not be used. But if you're spelunking down the depths of Generation 1 PU and you're looking for an answer to Parasect, just know that Hitmonchan's Fire Punch can sometimes 2-hit KO it. But yeah, use something else. Stinky tier. Fire Spin is a 15 base power trapping move that has the added benefit of being the only fire move that doesn't thaw out a frozen target. This move may seem appealing at first, and then you look at the 70% accuracy and realize that it will just fuck you over in the long game. Basically every Pokemon that can learn it has a Fire Spin moveset, and it's marginally successful, but not very consistent. So yeah, it can cheese you some wins, but it's overall kind of bullshit. So A tier. Finally, we have Flamethrower in a generation where it's not a TM. Lots of fire Pokemon can learn it, but yeah, if they're going to risk using a fire move, might as well make it Fire Blast. This move gets C tier. You can use it if you are worried about accuracy, but overall, you're just not going to be using it very often. And those are the fire type moves of Generation 1. Overall, not a great showing for them. They get better in later generations, but yeah, they're not strong here. What's your favorite fire move? Mine is Fire Blast. I use it on Tauros. I think it's neat. Let me know down below. Bye.
Filthy here. Subscribe to Filthy Cubone, the best Pokemon YouTuber. Much love from Bone Zone. Thanks for the Kino.